novels published and available on Amazon. And the first one is called Footprints in the Sand, and the second is called Child of Two Worlds, under a series called Sand and Sea. So our program today is about becoming an author. When you choose and make a decision to become an author, the first thing you have to keep in mind is, why do you want to write a book? Why is very important, because it's the driving force, the energy of wanting to narrate a story. Secondly, what is your story? So you have to ponder, give some time to it to figure out what is the story you want to communicate. Then, who are you writing this story for? And what is the message? Is it a social message? Is it a message about personal development? Is it a message about a cause? Is it about a life? So you have to figure out your message before you start. After you figure out the message, you have to figure out the genre. Is it in fiction? Is it non-fiction? Is it a biography? Is it somebody's story? Is it something about the past or pressing issues in society? So you have to figure out your genre. And once you figure it, then you can begin. To begin, there are some things that you have to keep in mind. You have to collect your thoughts. You have to scribble on it. So just to give you a very easy example of the author and the pen, is the connection between pottery and the potter. So you start from absolutely nothing, and then you start penning it down and expanding it as you go forward. So please, each and everyone who loves writing, who is aspiring to become an author, keep a journal. It's very important. I mean, at this point in time, you may not think it is, but as you go forward, all your thoughts will be penned in that journal. So when you want to create a novel or a story out of your thought process that is scribbled in your journal, that is great research work for you. And so I would say, expand your creativity. Do not restrict it just to the protagonists in the story. Include the surroundings, the places. Let the people experience the place, the secondary characters in the book. Add a lot of emotions to it, because if you feel emotions when you're writing it, your readers are going to feel those emotions when they read it. And then you have to add some dimensions. So if it's a suspense or a murder mystery or a psychological thriller, you need to add mystery and suspense to get your audience ticking on the clock as to what's going to happen next. Or if it's emotions and heartbreak and you're narrating a difficult story, then you need your protagonist to be able to feel all of those emotions that you shape in the character of your protagonist. And then as you go along, you have to remember that you have believed in that energy. And therefore, if you put that energy in with belief, it's going to translate into the end product. I would say that every writer has a mind block. I mean, writer's block or mind block as you go forward. So do not be hesitant to be vocal about it, because that is the time that you are having, which is a gestation period, when some new ideas, new thoughts, new ways of approaching your novel will come to you. Enjoy the process. Do not be frustrated by it. Let it stay with you, because all the struggles that you experience as a writer, it's going to come out in your work. So a writer's block is a very natural thing to happen to anybody. I've also had that, because when you're trying to put together 400 pages or 250 pages, it's not as easy as a 5-minute InstaClass. It takes a lot of time and effort and a lot of frustration at times too. And then after you have gone through that journey, I would tell you that you need to really put your thoughts together, that what is the message, and has it been translated in the end? Has it been communicated in the end for your readers? That is where the finale or the climax of the book is going to come. And then if you have created a good story as a creator of the story, that is the first part of your journey. The second part of your journey is going to be the marketing of your product, and you have to invest in yourself as a brand. So my last and closing statement is going to be, that usually the world tells you it's all about the author and the creation of his or her work, which is the novel. But I will tell you, it's a spiritual journey. It's all about that story that is bursting to come out and, be told to the world. So it's the author who's the medium for the story. So if you have any questions, please type them now. I'm happy to answer them. And all you avid readers, you have it in you to spend some time and figure out if that's your calling. Because if you're so attracted to the parchments of paper, it's also a very exhilarating journey to write on those parchments of paper. I'm happy to take any questions. The beauty about young minds is that they're full of bursting energy. And young minds should remember that they are the future generation. Use your talent that is available to you, the opportunity of a great university that you're all studying with, and the great experiences in the modern age that you're having. Use all of that to your advantage. So on that happy note, I have really, really been delighted and honored to be a part of Insta Live. Thank you so much, Amity Online.